Hey guys, how you doing? Did you know that the attack on Pearl Harbor was a surprise military strike conducted by the Imperial Japanese Navy? Isn't that an epic fact? Well, if you want more epic facts, be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you. I like me a good fact. I like me a good piece of trivia, a piece of knowledge, you know. I can always do with a bit of that. So, where else to go for some knowledge, some brain food, than Instagram? We go there for regular food. Why don't we go there for brain food too? Right, so let's begin here with Uber Facts. Right, so this account is exactly what you expect. It's just an account that's full to the brim with posts that are full of facts you don't care about, and half of them are probably wrong, but you don't really care enough to look into it. It's one of those accounts. Sleeping literally cleans your brain. Like, bruh. Like, what's the fact here? It's more of a shower thought, and even then it's just lame. Like, it's like the person running this account is probably just like a stoner, just
Bruh. Sleeping, like, cleans your brain, bruh.
And I like your little addition to it in the caption, just, my brain is dirty. Better get some sleep then, pal. Yeah, I do like the idea that the skull, it has like this little car wash fuzzy things inside it, and when you sleep they just turn around. No, okay, next. A study found that male robins make the best bird husbands. Oh, I wish I had one of those. They're able to guess exactly what their wives want to eat, and are also monogamous. I love the idea that a group of scientists are just huddled around a bunch of birds thinking, which one would make the best husband? Yeah, I think the eagle is a bit too rough, is a bit too heavy-handed. I think the pelican, yeah, it's a bit absent, but the robin? Boy, oh, that's goals right there. They're able to guess what the wives want to eat. Like, they're birds, there's not exactly a huge selection, is there? Like the robin's just on Uber Eats, just, yeah, she likes a good burrito, but don't get guacamole. She is not a guacamole kind of gal. I can see it in her eyes. Like, no, you're a bird. You eat seeds and beetles. Like, left-handed people tend to have more emotional and behavioral problems than right-handed people. I like this because it's quite telling of the whole account. Because, like, when you look at the numbers, when you crunch the numbers, okay? Well, when you look at the data.
We looked at the data.
And about 10% of people are left-handed. Meaning that 9 out of 10 people will quite like this post. And whether the fact's even true or not, that's a whole other debate I can't be bothered to get into, but, like, most people know a left-handed person, and they'll just, you know, tag the person and be like, haha, that's you're worse than me. A recent study, okay, we looked at the numbers, we crunched the data, has found that people who feel more moved by sad songs also tend to be more empathetic. No way! Wait, so you're telling me that people who are more moved by other people's sad stories in songs are also more moved by people's sad stories not in songs?
No way!
Spending too much time on homework can lead to chronic depression. I mean, like, that's just true with everything, isn't it? Like, whoa, you're telling me that spending a lot of time doing a thing that you don't want to do isn't really a good thing for you? Really? And then their addition to it, just, well, damn. Like, bruh, this is some powerful stuff, bruh. 54% of firstborns believe they are more responsible than their younger siblings, while 46% of younger siblings claim they are funnier. What is this? Is this a fact? Is this, like, how is this determined? Did you just walk around asking kids, like, hey, do you think you're funnier or more responsible than your brother or sister? Like, what? Like, what? And why does it just conveniently add up to 100% when it's two different siblings? Like, it's dumb. Like, it's clearly probably not a fact. And if it is a fact, then it's probably being misconstrued here. Just for the sake of people in the comments just tagging their siblings going, haha, it's you. Monkeys will lie to each other for their own personal gain. Well, who told you that? Did the monkey tell you that? Like, I'm sure it's based on some actual study, but it's like it's just presented here with no source, nothing. It's just, they lie to each other. They just do. And then the people in the comments are just, yeah, they're just like people. Hashtag facts. This says a lot about our society. People with blue eyes could have a greater chance of becoming alcoholics, according to a study. Chocolate, sex, and laughter are all key to a healthy brain. Like, this is something you would see on the calendar of, like, in a middle-aged woman's office. This isn't Uber facts. This isn't mind food. This isn't brain food. And the picture is just the tiny brain from that meme. Like out of all pictures of brains out there, why did you pick the one that's just tiny? The phrase "I don't give a frick" originated in 1790. Okay. The sloths do not fart. Okay, now let's move on to the next account, a probably much less professional one, if that's possible. It's called Facts. They managed to get at Facts on Instagram, and I can't even get at Slazo. Haha. And you know this account is good when one of the comments on the first post we're gonna read is, "Why the f do I still follow this garbage?" Good question. And the post in question is, "People who drink gin spend more on Amazon while drunk than those who are drunk on other spirits." How do you know this? Is there just a team of researchers following drunk people around going, yeah, so are you drunk on gin or whiskey? Yeah, gin, okay, how much you just spent on Amazon this evening, sir? And they find like one guy who's bought one thing on Amazon, and they're like, oh, yep, okay, so that's a fact. Plastic lawn flamingos outnumber the real ones in the US. No way. What, you mean the animal that doesn't live in the US? Really? Hey, you guys, did you know that there are more copies of Kung Fu Panda in Australia than there are actual pandas? Like, whew. This is some mind-blowing stuff, you guys. And also, by the way, did you know that there are more wheels in the world than there are cars? Whew. And there are more legs in the world than there are people. Astronauts cannot cry in space. Okay, firstly, I gotta go to space. And secondly, I think they can. It's just the tears pool up in the eyes. Isn't that the thing? Like, and also, just by the way, in the comments we've got can't cry, but can definitely shart. Yeah, thanks, Charlie. The purpose of the fairy tale Beauty and the Beast was to help young girls accept arranged marriages. Well, but isn't the thing, like, to look past, like, what they look like and to see them for, you know, who they are as a person? Isn't that the theme? And, like, arranged marriages, no, it wasn't an arranged marriage. It was, like, against the odds, a marriage. And, like, maybe it's the original one or something, but, like, did her parents set her up to marry, like, an animal? I don't think that's it. Studies have found that lonely people tend to spend more time in their beds, even though they may not be sleeping. Chronic loneliness can cause insomnia, as well as the need to be in bed without feeling tired. What study is this? Like, what study is needed for this? Hey bro, I think people who drink a lot might actually be alcoholic. They might actually... It's not healthy, I think. A person with damage to the right brain hemisphere can develop a joke addiction. A compulsive need to constantly make jokes. Look at this dude. He'd be looking like Homer Simpson. There was a global search to find a mate for Jeremy, a rare left-coiling snail. Because his shell coiled counterclockwise, the opposite direction of typical snails, his sex organs could not align with others. 2 candidates were found, but they proceeded to mate with each other instead of Jeremy. I like this one because I can relate to it. Yeah, just because Jeremy's a bit of a gamer, it doesn't mean Jeremy's a gamer. The smell grass gives off when it's cut is actually a distress signal. You're basically smelling the grass screaming in pain. But what, is it a distress signal to let other nearby grass know to run away? Like, what's the signal for? What does grass do with that information? This is all, just hot garbage, really. Like, they're all either wrong, misconstrued, or just like... okay. It's just there for people to follow, so on their feed there'll just be like a second of whoop, like mental stimulation of just like, huh, I know a thing now that I'll forget in like half a second that was probably wrong in the first place. But hey, it keeps me entertained, kind of. Not really. But... you know, thanks Uberfact. So I think that's going to be about it. I've been recording for like 2 hours now, just sifting through this. You better appreciate it. If you have any other ideas for videos you'd like me to make, be sure to leave them below, among the 10 billion comments just saying that the audio's too loud or too quiet or whatever. And as always, if you would like the video and subscribe if you are new, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm a professional YouTuber. I do the best outros. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me out a serious amount, a serious lot. I suck. But thank you guys. It does mean a lot. If you would donate, that'd be great. If not, just subscribe, like, all that is more than enough. And as always, merch link down below. Go buy some of that. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy this video. And without further ado.
You hungry? You want something to eat? I've got something for you. Here you go.